Okay, students, here's your next video lecture for the week. And this is a fairly short video lecture. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Basically, we're going to talk about the idea of musical terms of expression. Well, what is that? What does that mean? When you're reading a piece of music, you can read the notes, which tell you what the pitches are and how long they're played. And you can look at a meter signature like 4/4 3/4 2/4, which tells you how we're dividing the rhythm. But there's nothing in the meter signature, the 4/4 3/4 2/4 or whatever, and there's nothing in those notes that are placed that tell you how to express the music. So within a musical work, you can have all kinds of various terms of expression. And terms of expression can come in a couple of basic ways. One way is tempos, where the music it's listed how fast that music is going to go. And besides these Italian words that have been around for a long time, often you'll see music that has English words like fast or slow or something, but it'll also be more specific in giving you beats per minute, which is, like 1, 2, 3. If you count 60 seconds, that's 60 beats per minute. And of course, if you double that up, that's 120 beats per minute. So if we look at various tempos, like if something is marked allegro, remember 4/4 doesn't tell you how fast a piece of music goes. It could be 4/4 moving andante, or it could be 4/4 moving allegro or presto. And these are the words that are going to dictate the different tempos. So what you also have, besides my list here of the most basic tempo markings, are expressions of dynamics. And you'll see this in music all the time. And these are very fundamental. If you're looking at a piece of music and you see a little P or you see a double F, and if you have no idea what that means, how can you express the music? If you leave out any of this stuff or any of this stuff, all you're doing is you're a mechanical robot playing notes that don't mean much of anything. So again, these are all Italian words. So let's start with the dynamics. In your basic terms are piano, which means play soft, and forte, which means play loud. Now, of course, if you go 2 Ps, well, that's very soft. Pianissimo, very soft. Mezzo is for medium, so they say slightly soft. I like to say medium soft. Forte, well, that's loud, but fortissimo, that's very loud. Well, there's a mezzo forte, okay? You can have other kinds of things, like certain kind of attacks. You'll see this a lot. A crescendo, as the music's played, it gets louder. That can it obviously gets gradually louder. It can happen over a bar or 8 bars, or whatever the composer wants. And a diminuendo, it gradually gets softer. Like I said, I'll try and show you some musical examples. As far as tempo markings are concerned, well, allegro is pretty basic. And a basic allegro. This says fast. I like to think of allegro as medium fast. And that's about 120. Again, what is 120? Well, you can get a metronome, and the metronome will click the beats. Or what you can do is just look at a watch, and if you know that 60 seconds is counted 1, 2, 3, 4. If you double that up, 60, 1, 2, 3, dun, dun, dun. That is 120 beats per minute. Okay, so if you have a piece of music that says allegro and it's going, that's allegro. Bum, 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 or bum, bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum. That's an allegro. Now, if you did not have those tempo markings, and you had never heard the piece before, heard someone else play it, you would have no idea how fast to play, which is why you need to understand these very basic terms. Same thing. I've had many students perform pieces of music that everything is the one level of sound. They ignore, hey, this part's supposed to be soft. This part's supposed to be loud. This part's supposed to get louder. This part's supposed to get softer because they don't know how to read the dynamics. So when you're reading a piece of music, these are all very, very important terms to make the music come to life. I want to show you just some stuff here. If we look at, I pulled out some things here. We take a look at this piece. If we look at the music, it's in 2/4. 1, 2, 1, 2. But the problem is it 2 counted slow? 1, 2, 1, 2. Is it 2 counted super fast? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, how do we know? We know because this says allegro. And whoever made this particular arrangement says, you know what? Let's be exact. Let's go with 116 beats per minute. Now that's pretty close to 120, but they want to pull it back just a little bit. Just a little bit. Now, some other things you'll see on this piece of music, and it's actually in your reading, you're going to see various notations of articulation. So you see these little dots placed on top of the notes? When you see these dots placed on top of the notes, that's a term we call staccato, which means we want to, for the lack of, I hate using this word, but I'm just going to say it for easier understanding. This means play the notes short. So okay, as opposed to like a ta 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 ta. See, we want to make them short, and technically, it really means detached. Okay, but either way, there's a separation there. And then when we look at something like this, you'll often see these little lines kind of connecting these two notes. That's called like a legato line. So what they're requesting is that you connect those notes, smoothly connect those notes. So these guys are connected, these are detached. When they're detached, they're staccato. This is called legato. Legato. And so those are quite common. Okay, let's take a look at another thing. Pulled up a Beethoven. So take a look at this Beethoven. This tempo adagio. What's adagio? Oh, that's slow. Slow and stately, approximately 66 beats per minute, somewhere in this range. So again, if you had never heard this piece of music before, you might, okay, I don't know, how fast do I play it? Well, this is like, that's the meter signature of 4/4, and actually I think they marked it. Oh, yeah, it's just 4/4. Do you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4? Or do you count 1, 2, 3? Which one do you do? Well, you look at it. You look at what is an adagio. An adagio is about 66 beats, somewhere in this range, and so you can set a metronome. The cool thing is you can get an app that has metronomes, and you can say, oh, click, 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 and then you say, I got it. Now I know where this is going. So we got tempo marking. We also have a dynamic marking. How loud should we play this? Well, we got 2 Ps. Well, it's 2 Ps. Very soft. So this music is pretty slow and very soft. See this line? See these lines? That means these are all very smooth and connected. So there's nothing here that is short and disconnected. And then, of course, we can look and say, oh, well, you know what? Let's see what we got here. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't think you can hear it. Anyway, I just noticed that. Here's some A Whole New World. All right, well, this is, American. But here's our tempo marking. Sweetly, and that's really not a tempo, but sweetly kind of gives us the impression this isn't moving too fast. Bum, 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 ba-dum, bum. Bum, 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 ba-bum, ba. And that beat I'm doing, that's somewhere about in the middle. Okay, it's not a very slow 1, 2, 3. But when you look at this word, if you've never heard this song before, you say, oh, sweetly. I'm not going to play this fast and honking. I'm going to play it sweetly, probably nice and easy. Look at that. MF. What's MF? We need to play this piece medium. Where is it? Medium loud. Medium. So it's sweet and it's medium loud. And let's see any other kind of things we got there in terms of any other dynamic markings possibly. Let's see. Let me pull up one more. How about if we did? I just thought of this. Okay, let's look at this. You guys all have heard this before. Okay, look at this. First of all, we look at the meter signature. Oh, well, it's for a flute duet. Well, this is an instant meter signature. It's 2/2. Now, interesting. This doesn't give us a tempo, so I guess they're assuming that people understand this is kind of a march. Bum bum ba dum bum 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 bum. So look what we got here. Really loud, really loud. These are particular articulation things that are accents. So these are really, really stressed. Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum ba da 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 bum 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 bum. And look at that. We got a little legato right there. That's staccato. Staccato, staccato. A big accent. Stress that. Another accent, but legato. You know, so look at all these different things. Not only that, we start super loud, then we go to medium loud, but then we get a little bit louder, then we get a little bit softer, then we're soft here. Then loud, loud, soft. See? Loud. You know, so we got tons of dynamic expression in this work. All right. And I also want to point you to your book, because all this stuff is in your book. And let's see if I could just pull this up right now. Let's see, I believe that's here. I'll find it real quick. Let's see. So this is your opening chapter in your book. You should know all that. Okay, oh, there's our octave numbers. Remember that stuff? Ledger lines. Again, guys, this is your first chapter before you can really get started on things. We'll find it. Bear with me, because I just thought of right now of pulling these things up. There's all our half steps, whole steps. Again, stuff we've gotten into by now. I know the dynamics are in here. Give one more shot. Let me see if I maybe located it for you pre. I'll give you a simple. There we go. Well, there's a list of terms of expression. I'll find it and I'll email you guys. But anyway, it's just another chart. It's just another chart of the dynamic and tempo markings. All right. So your 3 video lectures that are actually lectures are the lectures on the meter signatures and the dotted notes. That's one. Then I did one on the major minor seconds. This is your terms of expression. The last video will be doing the assignments. What assignments are expected of you this week? So again, continue. Have a good week. Bye.